Okay, guys, Bitcoin is due to an explosive and violent move, so we will do exclusive Bitcoin TA with Davincij15 himself. Also, we will check out two different altcoins. BNB, every one of you knows it. It has had some crazy gains, and Pundi X. And we can already tell you, you guys will be very surprised about that exclusive TA. That being said, we will get to the most important question of today. As always, Davincij15, Davinci Jeremy, how are you feeling today, my friend?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for asking. You know what? My feet is getting better. I'm not walking with crutches anymore. I could actually walk around the house and stuff like that, and walk outside without any problems. It hurts a little bit, but not enough for me to worry about it. So I'm doing very well. Thank you.
Amazing, man. Amazing. We are all glad for that, guys. If you are glad about that fact, just type in your best wishes for Davinci's leg in the comment section. We would be very glad about that. As you know, Davinci reads it always. So now, without any further ado, we want to get into the exclusive Bitcoin TA content. And before we start, we would like to show you, because we as MMCrypto, we will go to Davos again, not the World Economic Forum, but this Crypto Mountain Rocks event. If you want to check it out, cryptomountain.rocks, we will put a non-referral link in the description down below. If you want to check it out, just check it out, and we can have some cold drinks. It's actually a nice schedule, some drinks, some food, and so on. So it would be great to meet you guys there. So now, without any further ado, Bitcoin, due to an explosive and violent move, actually. So Davinci, maybe you can tell us something more about that, maybe by pulling up some charts and let us know what that actually means, because most probably everyone is very, very excited about that.
Yes, I mean, Bitcoin, right? We were talking about the charts, and I'm going to switch to my Bitcoin chart here. Can you guys see that here? Can you see that, Chris?
Perfect, yes.
Okay, awesome. So one of the things I have on my screen here is what's called the Bollinger Bands. You probably saw that in many of the videos, and we never really talked about it. Bollinger Bands are an average between the mean. So basically the market stays within these bands 95% of the time. Only 5% of the time it goes outside of the band. Now, if it falls outside the band, that doesn't mean you go, okay, well, I'm going to buy now. No. That does not tell you. Does not tell you that, right? Because it's like, oh yeah, it only stays in 5% of the time outside of the band. No, don't do that. Okay, please.
Even if you want to have it cheap.
Yeah, you know what? You use the Bollinger Bands for other things. For example, another way to use the Bollinger Band to determine whether there's a big move coming, is if the bands, they start to squeeze. Basically, it's like a spring winding up and like giving it a lot of power, and it's about to explode. And that's what we're seeing here. Just like we saw over here in this section here, I'm going to circle it right here. You saw the Bitcoin, I'm going to change the color here, wound up, right, like a spring, and it was ready to make a big move, and it did, down. So Bitcoin here is ready to do a same move, a volcanic move.
Ooh, now, volcanic move is that sounds good, man.
Explosive. Whether that volcanic move, right, like a volcano, right? You know what a volcano looks like, right? Like this, right? Whether it's gonna explode like up here or just melt down and just slide, and we get like volcano, like lava all over our faces.
Yes.
Bollinger Bands do not tell you whether or not which direction the moves are going to be. You can only tell you that explosive move is coming, and one is about to come. This might have to squeeze a little bit more together, these two bands. This is the bottom band and the red one down here, and this is the green one up here, which is the top band. And this has to probably squeeze a little bit more in the next coming days, but I think we might get. I'm leaning towards us moving higher and having an explosive move up to the 200-day moving average, and really, honestly, that's really basically a sucker's move. And if it does happen, we're gonna see obviously the altcoins follow. Most people believe that the altcoins only go up with Bitcoin, and that's not always the case. When you start to believe in one particular methodology, you end up being wrong sometimes. Yes, most of the time that's true. When Bitcoin goes up, altcoins go up, but that's not always the case.
Exactly.
And yes, and we're in the seasonality event here. Of course, last year the season did not pan out as planned. Last year in March, altcoins started to melt down, and they did not do their seasonal rally in March. And that's only because most of 2017 they only went in one direction. And which direction was that?
Up. No cheap prices more, which is anymore, which is actually our favorite number, man.
Exactly. So let's just say, okay, you want to bet, and please, you know what? Don't do this. This is not advice for you to go and trade on. Please do not do that. We are just doing some entertainment chart analysis.
Maybe in the meantime, while this is loading, I want to incentivize everyone watching the video to smash up that like button, because we want to get again like 1,000, 2,000 views, because that actually gets the algorithm rolling and makes the content being shown to more viewers, to more potential viewers. And as you know, we are doing that completely for free, and this liking is also completely for free. Just as a quick side note, and now Davincij, you can just continue, please, with your TA.
Okay, so I'm just going to do my normal fibs here because I like them and I love fibs, and it's not the only technique, and maybe we'll do a video on how to do other kind of analysis of the markets in the future video. But I find it's a very simple technique. Here you can see we're kind of pretty much too late to the party. Bitcoin wants to go higher. And you can see this is the zone. This is your buying zone if you were interested into getting into this.
What's the prices of the buying zone? Because it's very small, actually.
Okay, sorry. Let me see. The price here is maybe I should have changed the resolution of my video. So
it's no problem.
$3,796. So it's $3,800 is the oh no, I screwed up. Hang on, I went too high. It's right in here.
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
Right there. There it is. The 50%. That was the 50% mark. Here it is. It's 37.66. Was a nice look. Look how it just bounced off of the 61.8. See?
Mm-hmm. You love the 61.8. You love it.
Bitcoin loves it. Bitcoin loves the 61.8. There you go. Right there.
Exactly. So this is actually very interesting. When you're saying the Bollinger Bands, actually you see the Bollinger Bands squeezing, and you are waiting for them squeezing more, and then you are expecting an explosive, violent, and volcanic move, but you cannot tell whether it's to the upside for good or to the downside. But actually what we can do with that, with the Fibonacci levels, you can let the market come to you, but with this Bollinger Bands, you can say whether the market will have an explosive upwards move or downwards. And when this actually happens, you will know the direction. And let's say it's a downwards move, then you can use the Bollinger Bands. It's going down, and you can use the Fibonacci levels to let the market come to you. And if it's going to the upwards, you are saying that in this second scenario, when it's going upwards, which is the more probable scenario when I understood you correctly, then it will stop at the 200-week MA. Is that correct?
Exactly. I mean, it doesn't have to stop at the 200-day moving average. It can go a little bit higher. And we did touch on that. We'll touch on that again today. We touched on that on another video. We can touch on that again today. But here's the thing, right? We missed this. The thing is, right, if you wanted to get into this move, you missed the opportunity, because look what happened right here, right? If you were interested in buying, this is where your buying opportunity was. It came and it went. So there's nothing you can try. You can try putting another buy order if you wanted to. You could just like keep sending as this goes higher. This is probably just going to go higher for for the weekend. But remember, these traders like to mess with the kids on the weekend. So do not go running into this. They will kill you. They will slaughter you.
Exactly, man. The weekend is very, very cruel for traders, especially for beginners.
Exactly. So what you can do is just keep, what's probably going to happen is they're going to run this thing, and on the weekend they may, like, this is a probability. There's no guarantees, right? On any of this, right, from the management. But what I'm suspecting they're going to do, right, because I'm just speculating here on what they might do, what the traders might do for the weekend. And what they might do is basically run this thing higher, getting you all excited for for the big run, right? And here, let me just put this here. And I would say, let's just say, where would be the 61.8? So they'll run it up here. Let's see here. Let me just move this down a bit. Hang on. And move this up here. So where would be the 61.8? We're right into this traffic zone, right about here. So they might run it up here, right? You're going, okay, well, it's going to break out. It's going to break out. And then hammer it back down here in order to like really squeeze out any of the weak players before they take it to new highs. That's probably what I'm expecting. This is not a guarantee. This is just, my own speculation. And so you don't want to get caught up in that particular event. So stay away. If you didn't get in here at a cheap price, right? At our favorite price, cheap.
I love this number, man. Cheap.
Stay away, okay?
We have to get some merch out there.
Yeah, now let's just say we are completely wrong, Chris, and it's gonna go. This is going to melt down and really just like go like the volcano's not happening. It's not exploding. It's gonna melt down on our face into lava. You can set your stop losses if you did get into the Bitcoin at any price here or below here. If you got lucky down here, your stop loss should be right about here, because you can see there's a lot of people just bought this thing right down here, and there are still people waiting at the 200-day moving average to buy any kind of dip. So if you're interested in buying the 200-hour moving average is a good option to letting the market come to you if you're interested in buying. But you know what? Make sure you set your stop losses, because we don't know exactly what's going to happen. We only know that a very explosive move, a volcanic move, is coming to Bitcoin and very soon, based on the Bollinger Band. Now that's just one indicator. I'm going to set this to auto scale, right? And you can see here that these Bollinger Bands, they're squeezing. So and it has more time to squeeze. So you can see a run to 40, run up here to break out through the Bollinger Band a little bit, just to bring you back down on the weekend. Is possible? Probably not, because it's so high. You don't want to go that high on the Bollinger Band. So I would say probably about here is high as probably where they'd probably be able to take it in order to like hammer the people. And so that's 4,050 is, because you guys can't see it. 4,050-ish is probably where they want to like take you up there to get you all excited and then hammer you back down, and then stay in this little zone here where it's going to squeeze the band, and then boom, either up or down.
Okay, but this is very explicit. So you are saying that there is a good probability for Bitcoin to go to a price like 4,050 in the very short term. And after this very short term, 4,050, it's very likely to retrace back to nowadays levels, squeeze the bands. Once the bands are squeezed enough, you think there will be a volcanic, I love that word actually, a volcanic move to the upside or the downside. But what the people can actually do with that, everyone who wants to do it, I mean, this is no financial advice and only probabilities. Actually, looking back to the history of us doing that here in the MMCrypto episode, we can see that the track record was actually very nice on all that altcoins, Icon, Binance Coin, Bitcoin. But actually, there is always a probability of being wrong. But if they want to do it, they can make it very short term for this 4050 thing maybe. And then in the midterm, you think that this Bollinger Bands can squeeze. When it's going to the upside, you think the 200-day MA might be the end. What was the price actually for 200-day MA?
The 200-day moving average price is approximately 4,800 right now, 4,900 right now.
That was the golden ratio also. So yeah, this is still in place. Exactly. Perfect. So thank you so much for wrapping that up. Very short term 4,050, then we trace back to nowadays prices. Bollinger Bands squeezing. If it's going with this explosive move to the upside, which is still very likely, as you said, we sucker in all that last money from the altcoin pumps, from the Bitcoin pump at the golden ratio at 4,900. And in the lesser likely scenario, it might be going down with an explosive move, maybe for this last final washout. But the higher probability is going up, golden ratio, sucker in the last money, and then final washout. So that's all still in place.
Exactly.
Yes. I listen to you perfectly.
Really, but I want Bitcoin to go higher. Hopefully, we are very wrong, very wrong, and Bitcoin just continues going higher.
Yes. We will actually also do a quick MMCrypto episode on that as well, because there is a probability of everyone being wrong. And what we did is we just pulled up some mainstream media news and influencer news. We will show that in an episode. There were a lot of moments in time where very influential people were completely wrong at top prices of Bitcoin of 20,000 and so on. So watch that episode again. It will be online like in a few days, maybe 2 days or so. So thank you so much for wrapping that up. We have very explicit price predictions with the probability given as well on Bitcoin right now. So what we will do now, Davincij, and thank you so much for that, we will make exclusive TA on BNB Binance coin and also on Pundi X, because a lot of people have been asking for Pundi X as well. Maybe we should start with Binance coin right now, if that's okay with you, and then we will go into Pundi X. And guys, we can already tell you we will do a comparably quick technical analysis on that, just to let you know what the short and midterm expectations are of Davincij15 himself.
So let's talk about a little bit about the fund before we go into Binance Coin. Let's talk about a little bit about the fundamental analysis about Binance Coin, because it has a lot of great fundamentals, Binance Coin. Exactly. Don't you agree, Chris?
Yes, exactly. I mean, as you know, we love fundamentals at MMCrypto. Also, as a quick side note, guys, if you think the sound is great, let us know by smashing up the like button and also leaving a comment as feedback for the sound. We got recently, a few weeks back, sometimes negative feedback, so it would be great if the sound is good right now to get some positive feedback and the like. So coming back to your question, just very quickly from our side, the fundamentals are amazing. I mean, you can talk about the trading perspective, but also they are releasing their DEX. They have the Binance chain. The CZ just tweeted that all the ERC20 tokens are welcome to migrate to the Binance chain. Obviously, it's not smart contract comparable, but every smart ERC20 token which does not need a smart contract can go to Binance chain and get the Binance marketing. And also, they have this new thing in place, like the Binance Launchpad, where they are helping ICOs to fund themselves. And the funny thing is, just on purpose, every ICO listed there, like BitTorrent, Fetch, soon Sela, everything is pumping afterwards because Binance has all the market makers and so on, and everyone wants to get in there. Everyone wants to get more BNB to participate at this Binance Launchpad ICOs. So from that perspective, the fundamentals are great for Binance, and most certainly one of the reasons why it's pumping. Maybe you can also tell something about the trading. I'm pretty sure you are trading on Binance as well.
Yes, I am. I am trading on Binance. I like their coin. It's just that, you know what, here, I'm going to share my screen and show you a little bit about Binance. Now, hopefully I changed my my resolution. Can you see here a lot better now? Can you see the prices and stuff like that?
It is a bit better. It's still very small, but maybe we can just include sometimes prices in crucial moments.
Okay, perfect. So anyways, yes. Right now, I just did a fib. You can see this thing pumped hard, right? Any of our viewers here, if you buy this, I will find you and smack the living daylights out of you.
Mike Tyson and Arnold Schwarzenegger, we are coming for you.
Okay? Do not buy this up here, okay? Please, people, don't do it. Leave it for other idiots, okay?
I mean, we have so many opportunities.
Yes, find another opportunity because this thing has already left the station. This train has left and gone. Look for something else, okay?
Yep. And actually, Davincij, you talked about Binance Coin a few weeks back on an MMCrypto episode, and you said it's a great buy. Everyone not believing us, just go to our channel and search for that episode. We have BNB in the headline, and Davincij made some TA on BNB, and he already told you back in the days when the price was low, oh, that might be a good buy right now. And everyone who didn't listen at that moment, and everyone who is considering buying right now, you should ask yourself, either why haven't you watched the MMCrypto episode, or why haven't you made your own research after Davincij gave his initial call? Why do you want to buy into green numbers right now? That was the last interruption, man. Thank you so much.
No problem, no problem. Yeah, you're right. You know, if you gotta buy low and sell high, it's really that simple. Right?
It's so easy, man.
You can't buy high and sell higher. Now, with that said, this thing is highly probably going to go a lot higher. But the reason why is if we draw your fibs here. Look, if we draw our fibs here, look where the 61.8 is. I mean, it's like in a dead man zone. It's not anywhere, right, where the 61.8 would make sense to come back to. So yeah, you can pretty much go, okay, forget this 61.8. I would say probably has to go a little bit more higher, right? And you know what? With March coming along, I dare say that this thing may even go even crazy higher.
Whoa, for real?
Yeah, it could go nuts.
So still, your call for the altcoins being ready to soar in value in March, and also Bitcoin, this is also still in place, isn't it?
Exactly. And you're starting to see a lot of signs of that, right? A lot of people that I've taught the little old lady style of trading are making doubles left, right, and center. And I'm getting a little jealous because I haven't had the time to do my own trading, of course, because I'm building Pandora's wallet. But that's okay. I will get to it. You know what? The market's not going anywhere.
It's coming to us.
And so, yeah, it will come back down. The market will come back down eventually. And I will be able to get my favorite price or your favorite price. What's your favorite price?
Cheap is our favorite number, man.
Exactly. And I just have to wait for it, right? And you know what? That's part of the most important thing about trading is the most important thing that you must learn about trading. And the one thing you need to do is not get wrecked.
Now, rule number one.
Yes, that's rule number one. And how do you not get wrecked? You don't put all your money in one particular asset. You put a little bit into this asset and you sell when you have a profit. Whether you sell on half on a double, you sell half on a triple, or whatever it is. Make sure you take profits at some point.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's the second next rule is you've got to, take profits. Take profits. When you get profits, take it, please. Even though it's like, you know what, if you put in just $2 into this, Davincij, I didn't put $2 into this. So what? Sell half on a double. Right?
Exactly.
And trust me, over time, over a very short time, you will see profits. Just as long as you're patient, disciplined, and do not go all in on one thing and you take profits, you will do well.
Yeah.
So with that said, We could see here, you're not supposed to be buying here. You're too late to the party, right? It could go higher, but that's a lower probability. So you can't be buying down. You can't be buying up here in the nosebleed section here. This is not recommended. If you go ahead and do that, you have to be a trader to do that. If you're not a trader, you can't do it. You just can't. You cannot get into this market at this price. And obviously, honestly, a trader would actually be buying down here and making sure they've set up stop losses and stuff like that, and all kinds of cool stuff to make sure that they don't lose a lot of money. But since you're not a trader, most of us are not traders. You're not allowed to buy here. I'll hunt you down and kill you if you buy it here.
Davincij will search you and he will find you guys. He will find you. But it's and Schwarzenegger will assist you actually. But I mean, to wrap that up, it's actually still very, very interesting, that TA, because what you are saying is, because of your principles, you are not buying in right now. And in fact, a few weeks back, where the price was way lower, nearly at its low, you said Binance is ready to buy. Binance is a good buy. So now everyone who is late to the party, make sure you watch that episode where he said that, but now it is actually not a good risk-return ratio, and due to the principles of trading, you shouldn't get in, even though Davincij is saying it's very likely that the price might be even go higher. It's not a good time to buy right now, even though the price might go higher. There are other good opportunities. And the good opportunity was, in fact, like a month or, I don't know, 5 weeks ago, where we covered BNB on our episode, where you actually made your TA on that. So thank you so much on that. A lot of people have been requesting that, and all eyes are on Binance right now. And guys, do not get us wrong. Binance might go even higher, just as Davincij said, but there are other good opportunities in the market as well. So now, talking about that, Davincij, maybe we will get in the next asset, which is actually a very high risk asset, as you said before the episode. Pundi X, very risky, but nevertheless, Davincij has some very crazy insights to show on Pundi X. So maybe we have a little, a little view into Pundi X, and everyone who is watching that and was suggesting it before, just leave us some feedback how happy you are that we are finally covering it, and smash up the like button.
Awesome. Chris, before I'm going to share my screen and go into Pundi X, but I would like to hear any kind of fundamental analysis that you know about this particular coin. What's the fundamental driver behind this coin? It's a very new coin.
Yeah.
It's coming off when it ICO'd, I guess, or initial offering here. I don't like the fact that it dumped all the way to zero here on the opening day. Oh. But let's let it go. Hopefully that's an error.
Yeah, let me answer your question. So the start of this trading wasn't the ICO, because they made the ICO on another token price, and then they did a swap because they wanted to have a lower Satoshi value. They increased the supply, and everyone was able to swap a Pundi X token to an X amount of Pundi X token, so they can get a lower price. Obviously, because of the psychology of the market, and the people thought low Satoshi value equals a cheap price. Nevertheless, the market cap and the volume is actually what you should take into consideration, and not the Satoshi value. But that worked out very, very well. And on the other hand, Pundi X is one of those projects which are really using their funds for the development. So they are actually really building up their blockchain phone, deposit. They are doing so much. They are doing this payment terminals. So actually, Pundi X is not one of the very bad projects out there. They are using the funds, and from a fundamental point of view, Pundi X is not the worst one out there, but still they are valued with 100 million, and this is not a low amount of money to value a startup. Do not forget about that. And the token price and the market cap is not the valuation of the startup. It's only the valuation of the tokens out there. Also, you should take that into consideration. But nevertheless, from a fundamental point of view, not in absolute numbers, but in relative numbers to other projects, it's actually not all too bad.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. Have you heard any news? I'd like to know if you heard any news maybe on what they have planned for the future. Like, do they have a specific date to accomplish a specific task? The reason why I'm asking for that is because is that this coin could launch right into that event, and that's usually when you have that kind of fundamental event along with technical analysis, it really pushes your probability of getting it right. So, do you know of any kind of fundamental, like, for example, any kind of like, okay, well, we're going to improve the chain in the future, or at a future date or anything? Have you heard anything like that?
Yes, we did, but actually we did a very deep dive into the fundamental analysis before the ICO, and afterwards also we followed them a bit. But I do not have the roadmap in place at the moment in my head. But as a homework for everyone watching, you should check that out as well. And now also take the TA point of view into consideration and combine that with your own fundamental point of view. So check out the roadmap while you're watching the TA here on Pundi X. And while you are doing the TA, I will check out the roadmap as well. So maybe you can just do your faces or your W patterns there.
Okay, so what we got here is like a bottoming pattern. Not the best bottoming pattern, but it counts. We have, like, we can see that it has like we've got a little double bottom here. So, and it broke out, right? It broke once it breaks from this point right here. I'm going to like put a line here so they can clearly see that this is where the breakout point is. That's the breakout point. Let me just make that a little bit bigger so you can see that. Right, and change that color here. So this is the breakout point where, hey, okay, you know what, this thing wants to take off. So we definitely see that this particular coin wants to fly into the March Madness area, but we might have another dip because this thing here did a little bit of a UE thing here, and we might have another dip down. So if you were interested in getting some of this, I would set your buy order here. Start sprinkling a buy order back into this breakout point, because I think it's gonna give you another shot at getting in at this breakout point, and maybe even some buy orders down here if you get if so you can get some lucky breaks. Make sure you only put like 0.25%, 0.5% into this. Not a whole lot. Because you know what, like all cryptocurrencies, this thing can go to zero, and if you're doing the little old lady style, part of the little old lady strategy is that it's double or nothing.
Yeah.
So you want to double your money, and this thing, let's see where this thing can go.
Is it 14 satoshis? Your buy order 14 satoshis?
14 satoshis, okay. Exactly. Let's take a look at where this thing can go.
Okay, and while you are making it bigger, maybe I can just throw in the roadmap for Q2 from March starting. They want to expand the international series of X blockchain summit in South America. It's okay. Launch the function X testnet. That's actually a little bit bigger. And also they want to bring the X phone to the consumer market, which is actually their blockchain-based physical phone. So we should take into consideration, because I also forgot that, whether the Pundi X token will take a place in that blockchain phone. But if it does, this will be also relevant to the price. But then we have to ask ourselves, is that already priced in? Maybe you can answer that and also give us a little bit more insight on the TA.
Yes, so taking a look at where this thing can go, possibly, if it were to just go to 38.2, just the 38.2, which is nothing, which is right here. I'm going to mark that here on this chart. That's like a 62 sats. I mean, you buy it at 14, you get at 30, you get one double. At 60, you get another double. You got two doubles. You get your money back, and you get profit. Look at that. Now, that doesn't mean you go and bet the farm, people. If you do that, again, I will find you.
We will find you, man. Schwarzenegger and Mike Tyson. Please listen to him, guys. He is dead as serious, man. We can tell you.
Yes. So it looks like we can see some serious. You can make some serious money on this, but do not just put in, like, if you've got $100, right? You got to put in only $1, right, or $2 at the absolute most. If that's all you've got to invest is $100. And trust me, that $100 eventually, if you put it out, spread it out across different markets, because we don't know. When we're doing this TA and this analysis, this is only based on probabilities and statistics. Mm-hmm. I'm just a statistician. I do not know the future. I'm not an oracle. I'm just doing what every other trader does, is for coming up with the statistics of where this thing could possibly happen, what could possibly happen. But what really happens is a different story. And so you want to make sure you don't get wrecked in this market. I can't repeat that enough times, and I will repeat it until you're blue in the face. You can't get sick of me hearing it, because I noticed that people don't listen.
Yeah. No, that's correct, and you can be wrong, and you were wrong at some point of time, but actually the people are not listening because you are nearly always correct. Your track record is just very, very good, but it's very important to, at least if you are listening to him, to include your own research and really listen to not throwing in all your money, because once a trade went wrong and you are putting in like 50% of your portfolio, you will be wrecked, and it will take a long time to make up that losses.
Exactly. So we don't want that to happen. So please, put in like your 1%, like less than 1%, and maybe sprinkle a few more orders at the lower price, maybe at the like 10. If you go up to 2% at the 10 mark right down here, I would go a little bit higher, probably 11 sats or something like that, because you can go up to 2% and roll the dice on this, because I'm feeling happy about this. I think if this is on Binance, I think I might pick some up. Yeah. Right. If it comes back down, because I like my cheap.
Yeah, nice, man. Cheap. I mean, Davincij, you already know cheap is our favorite number, and looking at that buy order at 14 satoshis. You really want to let the market come to you to cheap prices of 14 satoshis on Pundi X, and then you can see actually prices like 52 satoshi in a very good scenario actually happen. But your first exit will be at 28 satoshis on a double. Is it correct?
Exactly. Well, a little bit higher, because you want to cover back your what's it called, your expenses for that particular trade, because there's of course there's a buy. There's a fee for buying and a fee for selling, so you want to get a little bit of that cover back, so you get your money back, right? Mm-hmm. You want to get exactly how much you put in to this coin. So you might have to go like maybe 29 satoshis to sell at 29, and then sell at 58 or 59 is your next double. So, but you know what? Just at the 38.2, which is at 62 satoshis, it's an easy. That's a given, right?
It's easy.
But this thing might even. Yeah, but this thing might even go crazy. Could go 100x, go to 600 satoshis in this coming bull run. In
a bull market, but it would be a serious overvaluation. Even if they get to the mainstream market and get nearby Facebook. If you look at the market cap right now, it's already like 100 million. But from a TA perspective, man, what you are showing, 3.5x or so in this sucker in rally right now in March or April, yeah, that seems really likely, man.
Yeah, it's a definite possibility. Anything can happen, of course, right? You gotta accept that. Yeah. But I'm happy with getting in. So if you want to, that's fine. But just make sure you don't spend a lot.
Yeah, just a small amount. But thank you so much. We got the answers to all of our questions. What will happen to Bitcoin in the short and midterm? Actually, you said Bollinger Band squeezing, then explosive move to the upside or downside. More probability is on the upside. Golden ratio still in place, 4,800, 4,900, 4,897, something like that.
Somewhere around there,
yes. And also on BNB, You are not going in. You were saying that you wanted to go in like a few weeks back on our episodes. Proof is still given below in our channel. But now it's too late. Don't buy into green numbers. You might burn your hands. But Binance has a good potential, especially on the fundamental point of view, to go even higher. Pundi X, buy in order 14 Satoshis. First buyout is first exit is at 28 Satoshis, and then 52 Satoshis also possible. So thank you so much for that insights, Davincij. And maybe before we wrap up today's episode, we want to incentivize you guys always to leave your favorite altcoins in the comment section, because as you can see, we always pick them up. We always listen what you guys are saying to us, and we want to please you all. So leave them in the comment section. Like the video and subscribe to our channel, but also subscribe to Davinci's channel, because he will be also uploading something in the future on his channel. And we are close to 60,000 now, finally, guys. So make it 60,000, smash up the subscribe button, and also, be subscribed, stay subscribed to his channel as well. That being said, Davincij, do you have anything to say about Pandora's wallet or anything else? We are really keen to get some updates.
Yes, okay. Well, first about my channel. I would like to apologize. I haven't been producing any content on my channel only because I've been working like a dog on Pandora's wallet. We've been trying to fix bugs. I'm the best programmer on my team, and I've been spending 13-hour days trying to get all these bugs that we found out of the software. And now with Bittrex changing their API, we have to fix that as well. That will be fixed by Monday. Thank you for everybody who has purchased Pandora's wallet. We've gotten a lot of people purchasing Pandora's wallet, and my heart is so full of joy. I can't believe that you guys are here helping me out building this software, because I'm building this software not only for you but also for myself, because I don't want to get caught on an exchange, and I don't want you to be caught on an exchange when it goes down and lose all your money, like what happened to Cryptopia
and MTGOX.
Exactly, and MTGOX, exactly, and Encryptsy and a lot of others exchanges out there. So thank you again for helping me. I will be doing some videos on how to use Pandora's wallet. I will be walking people through from beginning to end, like assuming that you don't know anything. And I've noticed that a lot of the people who have purchased our Pandora's wallet are newbies to Bitcoin. They've purchased Bitcoin for the very first time and purchased my wallet. And I'm grateful, but I understand you're buying this because, you know what, I'm helping you. I'm providing great support. Our team, our support staff is getting some great support, helping you through the problems and helping you learn how to use cryptocurrencies. And we're going to continue to do so.
Yeah. Amazing. And as always, guys, the link is given in the description down below. I think there's a trial. You can also purchase it already or use the trial. And also in the next or the episode afterwards, maybe we will show some hands-on on the Pandora's wallet in the end of the episode. So everyone who is actually interested, it's checking out how it works without actually trying it yourself. Before trying it yourself, you have to turn in the next episode as well. And as always, guys, in the next episode with Davincij15, we will cover again short and midterm analysis of Bitcoin. We will take some altcoins into consideration and maybe also cover some secret trading techniques of yours, because a lot of people are asking themselves, how are you so accurate? How are you really timing the market so well? So we will maybe also cover something like that in the next episode. So that being said, it's very late now in Germany, and thank you so much for coming back to our channel. I mean, it's our common channel. You are part of MMCrypto also, not only of all your projects you are developing on. So thank you so much for coming back, dropping your knowledge bombs on us, and let's see if that comes true again. Thank you so much, and see you at the next episode of MMCrypto. Also, thanks everyone watching here. Smash the like button, subscribe, and comment down below. And as always, guys, bye-bye.